Hey, hi everybody. Welcome back to this channel. Especially this is for my Niger people, right? Remember I was telling you the story about how I came to the UK. I came in from it was like an unexpected God just do more. That's just it. So I wanted to tell you, I remember I stopped around where I got my visa. I believe, yeah, I mentioned where I got my visa and now for me to get into UK. So my flight was for first of all I booked Air Maroc. I think I've mentioned that, like 50K as of that time. It was unknown. I remember I was telling some people when we got to UK that I flew Air Maroc. They never heard about it. I never heard about the flight, but we just needed it because it was cheap. We booked it. My sister did, and she was like, "Don't worry, nothing will happen to the plane. It's going to arrive safely." So I did that. I got into UK. So no, before getting into UK, I got to the airport. My people, thankfully, I met one lady who was very nice on the flight. She's a frequent flyer to the UK, so she sort of like have an idea of the old scenario environment. She helped me a lot. Really put me at ease as an international. Oh, I didn't tell you. My sister followed me to the airport. Our second born, right? She followed me to the airport. My flight was for like 6 a.m. I think. So we had to be there for Nigeria. We had to be there at night. We couldn't travel midnight ish, so we were there from like maybe 10 p.m. Her husband dropped us around 10 p.m. and then they all left, and so it was me and my sister all the way till morning. So we were there, we were just hanging in the airport, and then when it was time, and maybe around 2 a.m. they started checking. We went online, we checked in. My load, as usual, I have egusi, I have gari, I have all the student stuff. So my load was really excessive. The people were sort of nice. They're like, student, baby of the, just, so we had to also, they had to pay some payables to get my load onto the flight. But anyway, they did that. Then it was time for me to go to obviously departure area. My sister couldn't follow me. I was crying. I was crying, she was crying, and we had one immigration officer there, and the man was like, madam, what is this? My sister. And my sister was like, oh, my baby. I'm the baby of the house. I'm the last. So it was quite emotional leaving, and she just seeing me going, oh, I walk well, for long. Me too, I was crying. So anyway, I left. The man, thankfully that man was there. If it wasn't, maybe I would have just been there until my flight closes and leaves, because the man was the one that was like, go, like he really, both face for me. Go, move along. Are you a baby? I was like, my son, she's a baby. She's a baby. She's my baby. So he asked us, he pushed me along, and then I went, checked in into the actual flights. All the rest of the other bits was done. Went to Morocco, and from Morocco we went to London. Now when we got to London Gatwick, it was in the evening-ish. So when I asked around, because I was going to Bournemouth, they told me going to Bournemouth would actually be, you know, quite difficult. Oh, first, I didn't even tell you. My bad. I didn't have car. I didn't have coin, obviously. So I struggled. I struggled really bad. I tried find. I couldn't find, because the cart in Gatwick then, I think they've changed it now, but you need coin. I didn't have a pound on me. I went everywhere. I was begging. Somebody gave me, bless him, he gave me €1, I think, and that's not what I needed to put in it was pound. He didn't have pounds. So long story short, I went to the exchange area. Me, that I brought less than £300 to the UK. I think my money that I entered UK with me was like £270. Imagine. And so I had to go to the bureau de change exchange guys, and the person changed it to pound, gave me some coin, and then I went and I picked my bag. So by that time, the lady that I said helped me in the flight, she had to go because her family were already outside waiting. So she had to go. So bless her. I really, till now, I'm still thanking that lady in my mind. Although I can't remember. It's like she gave me a number, but I didn't save it. When by the time I realized I changed SIM, everything had gone. I can't remember, but I never got to contact her after that day. And I'm praying for all the goodness and kindness to, get to her as she did for me that day. So but anyway, I got trolley, I put my bags and I went out, and guess what, I couldn't go to Bournemouth because it was night and I didn't know anywhere in Bournemouth, and I don't have accommodation booked. I don't have anybody in Bournemouth. I've never been there. I don't have actually, I do not have a single person contact in the UK, all of UK. So I have no human being that I can say, uncle, I'm here, auntie, I'm there, let me come. No one. I know. So I, because of that, I had to stay in the hotel. No, hotel in the airport. Now the lady called me, that lady, bless her again, she called me and she told me, oh, you could go to so hotel, because she asked her family and they told her that, oh, there's an hotel in Gatwick, I should go. Premier Inn as of that time. And I thought, this woman don't even know. From my, she said, well, she was a young lady, just probably my age mate ish then. And I thought, this girl don't know anything. From my 270 pounds, I should go to not Premier Inn. How am I supposed to? Hey, this money that nothing else is adding from Nigeria. No. So I sat down. Other people, that as they come out from flight, some of them will talk to me, and some were like, I go home, go there. They were just giving different suggestions. Like, don't worry, God will protect me here. So I stayed there. I slept on the chair at the airport because I couldn't afford to even think of going to a hotel. So I slept on the chair. Obviously the airport wasn't that completely empty, so it was good thing like that. It was cold. I came end of September. It was cold, especially for me in Nigeria. I mean, I used to live in Jos, so I have an idea, but that one did not still prepare me for this one. It was really cold. I couldn't sleep, of course. I was just sitting there throughout with my bags, and thankfully in the morning I went and met one of the staff that worked there, and the guy told me to go to certain place to get a train to Bournemouth. So that's how I went to Bournemouth. Yeah, so I got to, before getting to Bournemouth, hey, my dear people, if you have bags, especially if you have extra bags, either you have somebody that will come and pick you at the airport, or you just generally avoid. I had 3 bags, 2, big ones, checked in ones, and 1 hand luggage. I suffered. I was pulling and pushing, and here you can't leave your bag. So nobody's not like, hey, please, madam, help me watch my bag. Who is watching your bag? Move along. I couldn't leave my bag. All 3. In fact, at some point, I actually thought maybe I should just throw one away. Like, that was how frustrated I became. Like, if I just leave this one, because obviously if you leave it there, they will come and take it and destroy it, right? But then I thought of the hunger. Me want to get money. I don't have money. If I drop one, all these things, they are rice and semo and gari that are inside. If I drop it, the one that my mother struggle enter village to go and help me source. If I drop it, I will be hungry, So I had to keep pushing. So what I did was I'll push 2 maybe down the road there. Then I'll go back and pick the other one. So I can see it, both sides all the way. When it was time for train, I got to the train place. I literally had to push one in, and the guy too had to help me, those train conductors. If not, I'll probably miss the train. But anyway, I got in, and then I got out of the train. Getting out of train station was ridiculous as well, but I managed. Like I said, I keep pushing a little bit down, go back and pick the other one, and then like that all the way till I got out of the train station. Because I didn't know where I was going, I had to take a taxi. That's where my 270 pounds started going down. So I took a taxi in front of the train station, and as I entered, I told the man, bless him too, because he helped me. I told him, I said, sir, I'm going to, I think he's like Turkish or something. He looks Arabish. I told him I don't know where I'm going. I don't have anywhere in mind, but any hotel that is cheap, you should please take me there. And he's like, oh, cheap hotel. I said, please, cheap hotel, students, no money. I had to. So he was like, okay. So he took me and then poof, dropped me somewhere. Like, here, there are hotels. So the first hotel, the man dropped me at. I went. They said 20 pounds. No, 30. I think it was 35 pounds. Double room. I was like, no, I don't want double room. I want single. So I went. Like, I left it. that place, there are like hotels, just it's like a hotel line something. So I went to the next one just down the road. I left my bag, fingers crossed nobody touch it. So I went to the next one, and the lady was like, they will take 20 pounds per night. I didn't even know how. I thought it's just God that saved me, because out of 270, if I stayed even over a week or two, I've already spent the whole money, finished, right? In it. So anyway, I took the room at 20. No, not 20. I think it was 25 pounds per night or something. That was the cheapest, because the other places. So I took it. I went in, dropped my bag, everything. Immediately I didn't sleep or anything. No, me that I'm straight to uni. So I went to uni, because I'm already late. School have already started, right? So I immediately just dropped my bag. I think I showered and head out to uni. I had to even ask someone to show me the road. I didn't know anywhere, right? So the guy showed me. I met one guy on the road and he showed me. It's like, oh, I'm going to that area. So he showed me, pointed, and I went. I got to uni. I entered class. As I sat down, they asked me to, like as I sat down, they just said, it wasn't even up to what, 3 4 5 minutes. I doubt it was even up to that. They just came and said, no, oh yeah, it was a computer session. I think it was a computer. They wanted to show them how to use library services and the rest. So they said I should log in. I didn't have login details. I have nothing. So they're like, oh, that means you're not supposed to be here. You should go to the enrollment. You need to enroll. With my confident self, I was like, oh, okay. So I got out and I went to the enrollment. It was even another building. So I went. When I got there, line up. They already asked for documents for you to hold before you get to the enrollment. So I got to the place. It's so far. Yeah, get me. I got to the place, and the lady was like, you have not paid. Yeah, you have incomplete payments. I'm like, what? Sorry, what? Me that thing. With scratch bottom pot. I was even almost looking for who will buy. Bless. I was even looking for who will buy my mom. I was like, this is the only thing I have. If you want me to sell her, then that's the only way I can raise money, right? So that's before coming. And I got there. They now told me, you have to pay another installment before you enter class. We've paid deposits, which, like I said, that time was 2,000 pounds, about 500 and something thousand in naira then. Then I said we have to pay another installment, which is around 2,500-ish pounds. The money that we borrow safe to come, we have not even started paying. Hey, they now say there's another money. They now say it's another money I have to pay. I was shaking that day. And the lady was like, she was like, are you ready? Call your parents to make transfer. I was like, transfer anyway. In your mouth transfer. As if the money is just waiting to come and carry. Hey! Me that we've just home and abroad. Even abroad we have dusted. So I obviously immediately called my sister and she was like, what? They say we need another installment of over that was around 700 pounds naira, sorry, 700,000 naira from the estimate. I think it was about 2,700 we had to pay, so the estimate was around 700k in naira. So I told my sister, and they are not going to let me get in class if I don't. The woman, hey, you know, that kind of thing. So my sister was like, I don't have any money. I'm even owing right now. I said, no, auntie, I know. How are we going to get it? And they say in days. They're like, call your parent 2 days. 2 days. In Bournemouth Ferry. How will I see it? So I called the agent guy. The school had an agent that I worked with in Nigeria. So I called the guy and I was like, you didn't tell me they're going to installment leave. I will have to pay installment before going to class, And then, long story short, their admission officer for Nigerian students, he, bless him to that man, when God is just working in your favor, you just don't know. The grace was just what I got. So anyway, that man heard about it. I think I copied in one of the emails to the agent or something. He is in UK. So he now asked me to come into his office. So I went to his office. I was like, I don't know. They didn't tell me. He was like, they should have told you. You need another installment. I don't know. There's nothing. He didn't even, somebody else would have been like, but you're supposed to have the money. But he didn't even. He was just like, okay, because you don't know, I will step in. Normally he doesn't, he's not something he should do, but he was like, I will step in and I will help you talk with the university and see what we can do. So he set up meetings. By then I couldn't go to class. I was just lingering and waiting. So I went home, right? I went home. When I say home, I mean the hotel. So I went to the hotel. Obviously, I can't even remember what I told the lady, right? That maybe we were discussing, maybe I mentioned the receptionist lady, my financial situation. And the lady was like, oh, so sorry. Okay, you know what? If I don't eat breakfast in the hotel, because they added breakfast to the 25 pounds, I can't remember exactly how much. But if I don't eat breakfast, she's going to give me a 1 week fee of 90 pounds per week. Hey, ayo, Mike. I'll thank you. Immediately I took it. I was like, breakfast, getting breakfast. What is food? Because at that time I was living on biscuit, on all the. I mean, when you go to UK supermarkets, if you don't have food to buy, you buy junks, just sugar stuff. But that's what I was living on, because I couldn't cook in hotel. And now that I've made a bargain of no breakfast, so anyway, bread, I ate bread. I ate bread anyhow. So I agreed on that. I mean, it's just God, because I was already looking 217 pounds kilo maku. How much will remain? So the woman allowed me for that and said 1 week 90 pounds. If you have to renew it, to be 1 week 90 pounds bulk payment. I said thank you. Beginning that time, I had to be, the whole plan is that once you get in, start looking for hotel, start looking for room accommodation. So I thanked the woman. At least that one is a bit reduced, rather than, I think it was 20 pounds per week. Though rather than maybe 140, the woman is giving me at 90 pounds. I took that deal ASAP. So while that was going, the other man was helping me chase up university. So he had meeting with finance, he had meeting with the department, he had meeting. Long story short, he called me back and said he's had several meetings. He's helped me to, explain and blah, blah, blah. They are going to give me 1 month rather than 3 days or something that they were going to give me before to make that payment. Is that something I can meet up? Even that 1 month save now miraculous. I don't even know how, but at least he got me something. So if I had to converse with my sister, right? So he now said, I'm going to call your sister and I'll tell her that it's 3 weeks the university allow, so that the 1 week extra, hopefully, even if they default, maybe 1 week we will get. Okay, so I said yes. So he messaged my sister and told her this is the outcome. Now, even 1 week or 3 weeks, so nothing on ground, right? So it now became, okay, we have 3 weeks. Where are we going to get money? My sister, our firstborn, who was the one that that started the whole process, said, I don't have anything. I am in debt for this reason. I can't afford anything. I remember just to mention, before James, the guy came in to help me, I remember my sister was like, would they allow you to stay in the UK and be working even if you cannot get into class? Like, auntie, if I don't go to class, I'm back into the immigration, they will send me back. My sister was not like, well, me, Mo, I don't have anything. Like, I don't know. I don't have anything. No, maybe you should be coming. Honestly, she told me that. Because it was first, we didn't have. She was like, maybe you should come back home. And I thought, wow, few days in UK and I have to go back to Nigeria. She was like, I don't have. There's nothing else. So that was before, that was when we had those 3 days, right? So but when James now gave us extra few weeks, 3 weeks, she was now like, okay, where are we going to still find? I still don't have. So that was where my second sister, the one, if you remember in first video, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. I'm telling you about my journey and how easy. I always want people to know, like, it was not an easy ride. So that my first sister, my second sister in the first video, if you go and check, she was the one that told me to make the payment. Even when my first sister was like, maybe we should back out in the deposit phase, my second sister was like, pay it, tell auntie I have paid it, right? So she was the one that now also run around. I mean, I'm a sister, I'm their baby sister, all of them. Yeah, she's also the one that was crying with me in the airport, right? So she now went around, told her folks, her friends in office, her colleagues. So one of them actually knows someone, not even her directly, someone that was doing a job. We call them monthly contribution in what's it called now, in their office or in somewhere the guy was doing it. So he was to collect somewhere around that time. So obviously, I mean, someone that is contributing per month, he wants to do something with that money, right? Bless him too, because it's just God. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's just everything on my journey in this UK was just God. So the guy agreed. After they went and begged him, he was ready to collect his money and do his project that he was saving towards, right? But he agreed to give us. So that was the money that they sent to the uni. We paid, we made the payments. So my sister, I'm laughing because our firstborn was the one that actually told our second one, go and collect the money, borrow the money if you can, I'll pay back. So when my sister managed to secure the money and gave me, like, pay uni, and she was like telling our firstborn, when are you going to pay? When are you starting the payment? Our firstborn was like, it's your sister too. Maybe you should pay. Do you know what this is? It was my second born who treat our firstborn initially when she wanted to collect her money and say, I don't have this amount of money, maybe let's do this next year for the deposit time, right? Now now my firstborn now treats our secondborn into, go and collect the money, go and borrow it, I will pay. When that one finished borrowing, it's just like, I don't have, maybe you should pay, it's also your sister. So anyway, I mean, it was God, because they paid the money. This one pay her own, this one sort her own. So our second born wouldn't have collected that loan. I know she wouldn't have collected from that man if she knew she was going to pay, but she didn't know. But my sister just, and then say, go and pay. So she started paying from her salary to the man every month. But you can imagine someone that wanted to use his money for something, we delayed it for months, if not up to a year, because my sister was paying. She didn't have, where would she get 700k at once? She was paying it bit by bit, from her salary. So anyway, that's how I got the payment. Now, before I got the payment done, right, the man gave us 3 weeks, right? So before I get the payment done, there was one day I was just working while I was still waiting for them to hustle the money. I was walking around and just going to uni. They didn't allow me, I think they temporarily allowed me in class, until that payment is done. So I was going to class, and then one guy just came and met me on my way. Another blessed soul that God put in my path. You see how people that is just it took a village. So this guy just came and met me on my way, and it was just like, I was literally in front of the uni about to enter the building, and he was just like, hey, hi. And I was like, hi, hello, because I don't know him. And he's like, are you in public health? You're the lady in public health that came a few days ago, right? So I said, yes. I still don't know him. So he was like, oh, I'm also in public health. I was in class when you came then, and you were asked to go out. I said, oh, okay. So he's from Ghana. He's like my good buddy till date. Now I'm talking to you. So he was like, oh, you left class, blah, blah, blah. So I said, yeah, I had to go and sort out some stuff. Oh, so he, just started talking, and he helped me in the next phase of my journey, which is getting accommodation, looking for job, staying, just settling into UK. And I think I'm going to stop this video here. So part 2 done. And the next part, we're going to talk about I am going to talk about from the point where I met him and how he helped me on my journey, the road to being in the UK and now lecturing as a lecturer in the UK. So thank you for listening to my story. I hope you're picking one or two things, especially in the fact that when God have hand in your journey, he will put people on your path to help that journey. So work hard, but also pray hard. and yeah, believe. Thank you, and bye bye. See you in another one. Bye.